Crossover Comics Podcast with your hosts at JJ's Comic Stuff and at Longbox Entertainment.
What is going on, everybody? You are watching the official Crossover Comics Podcast live for the first time ever. I am joined today by my co-host, Longbox Entertainment. And we've got a crazy episode for everybody today. We normally have one guest. We've played with the idea of two guests. Today we have four.
Yes.
Bam, look at that. We've got Jan's Comic Space up in the top right over there. We've got Nerd Tween down in the bottom left, Hillbilly Comics in the middle on the bottom, and Year of the Collector with a random eating insanity behind him and down there on the bottom right. What's going on, everybody?
Not much.
Oh, just another glorious day in paradise. Oh man, I'm doing good, JJ. So I do want to say, I know for our viewers, obviously we missed the episode. I was on a business trip, but I'm back now, and I know, unacceptable. Why am I leaving? But
how dare
we
you?
want to do something special, and now we have these four great people that are a part of Crossover Comics, some familiar faces, and yeah, let the madness happen.
I was going to say 3 of them are past guests on the show already.
Yeah.
And then we've got Jan's Comic Space over there, brand new to the show. So what's up, Jan?
Nothing. I'm glad to be here. I'm so excited. Glad to be with you guys.
Can you just not hide it?
I'm not hiding it. No, I'm really excited.
Sorry, I'm showing my age on that one, I think. I'm so excited. There we go. Oh, man.
So what's going on, guys? What's everybody excited for this week coming up? What's everybody shocked by in the news lately? What's going on, man? We don't have a topic. We don't have a segment. We don't have anything planned. We're just kind of winging it today.
Longbox is back because I don't know, but I missed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We all missed him, especially me. I'm his co-host, man. I was without a co-host for almost a month.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I mean, I'm still trying to slowly get back in things, but I do feel like this was a needed break, to be honest. But hey, more content is coming soon. I'm gonna get back in it. Gonna get back active on TikTok and Instagram and all that good stuff. So y'all will see more of my face, whether you like it or not, internet.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
Get ready for my comic collection part 53.
Oh my goodness!
No, I think Longbox ran out of those videos now.
I did.
No, he didn't. That's just for now.
There's always more. There's
exclusive.
Always more.
No. So he actually has more. He's just worried that people are going to be like, he has too many comic books and start talking shit. So he's like, yeah, I'm done. I don't have any more videos to make. But he has a storage unit with 46 long boxes just hanging out. I mean, whose name is Longbox? Is it not? Is it not? Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
You're right. That would take forever. I'm not even gonna lie. If I actually pulled out the long boxes and did content on those, man, it'll be over.
He said limiting myself was a necessity.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, after 30 videos showing up my collection, I think that's enough.
You understand how cocky that sounds, right? I had to limit myself just to stay sane. I assure you, I am a much bigger deal than I have let you all know. It would have been too much fire, man. Too much fire.
Too much fire.
Save some followers for us. Jeez.
Oh, goodness.
Followers? What are those?
Sprinkle. You get a follower. You get a follower. Everybody gets a follower. Oh, man.
Not even 5 minutes in, and we've got Oprah comments going.
Facts. Well, I actually got a topic. Recently there has been some drama going on about
people doing remarks on books they didn't have anything to do with.
What?
So
Elaborate.
So for one of my friends, Kyle Willis, I'm sure you guys know Kyle. He did a remark on a ASM 300.
Okay.
Into a Venom face.
Okay.
Okay. And then sold it for $1. Started at $1, ended up going for like $300 or whatever. But there were people that were attacking him for, quote, defecating on this key. So I literally dedicated my entire podcast episode for this week.
The word defecating.
So
Numerous
okay,
times.
let me ask this:
Numerous times.
Was he claiming to have been an artist or anything on the book?
No,
he just
Not
did a
at all.
remark on a cover.
he
that
just did a
owned,
remark on a
It
book
was his
he
book.
owned. Correct. Yep.
and just kind of auctioned it off.
Correct.
Wow.
On a birthday stream. It was his birthday, so he did a
don't see
birthday
any
stream.
issue.
I don't see the
not.
problem here.
This person, I'm not about to like throw shade at people trying to like get someone like whatever, but this person literally spent 45 minutes talking about 30 minutes really of the podcast episode, talking about how disrespectful it was and that no one would ever do this and that this is just like disgusting and blah, blah, blah. So I spent 45 minutes debunking every fucking thing he said. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget.
Hey, this is YouTube.
My podcast. My bad.
This
Well,
is
hey,
YouTube.
we're
We
not,
get
we're
away.
not on my other show. We can be a little more uncensored here.
My apologies.
We're still in the PG-13 territory right now, but that,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
our
There we
one.
go. Yeah.
7 minutes in, that was our one in the PG-13 category.
Right.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. Maybe I should.
We'll be back with this.
Kind of my thing. I'm Deadpool. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'll take the headphones off, put the mask on, just sit here for a minute.
He hasn't been Disney-fied yet.
But yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with it. I personally wouldn't do it to a key like that. I mean, but that's me. I mean, but to say that it's like ridiculously disrespectful, and I had a big, huge
It
problem.
would
with
be
that.
disrespectful if he was trying to pass it off as like the actual artist's reprint,
Yeah.
but he
Right.
drew it. That would be disrespectful and fucked up.
Mm.
And obviously, it wasn't disrespectful to the person that spent over.
We get 3 of those, right?
Yeah.
So it's like-
Well,
that's
plenty
okay.
of people
It
didn't
was
find
a
it
first
disrespectful
run,
because
Amazing
it
Spider-Man
started
300.
off at $1 and it went all the way to 300. So all of
I
those
was saying
people
it's
that
not
were
like he was
bidding on
sitting there
that-
trying to milk money out of it
Yeah,
either. He
yeah.
started
Right.
the auction at $1.
Yep.
That's what people wanted to pay for it. Is what it went up to. So
It was
I don't
the
That's
see the
most-
basically what I
issue.
said. I was like, it's not up to me, you, or anyone to decide how someone collects. If people want that on their book, they're gonna pay for it. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter what you think about it. And for you to come out and start attacking someone over what they do with their own book and their own talent,
like I
you
said,
don't
as
look
long
too
as he's
good there,
not
buddy.
he's not like doing his own reprint, claiming it's someone else's, I don't see the issue.
Facts. That's how I feel about it.
Like a
what I
similar situation from a couple years ago.
What was it?
I said like a situation with a certain cover from a couple years ago.
Oh, that was the. Are you talking the Ultimate Fallout?
Yep.
wasn't
Oh,
that last
yeah.
year?
Fiasco. That was last year.
Yeah, it was
that
last
was the
year.
Aztec
Last year.
cover.
Yeah.
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 Don't,
What
don't
even
open
is
the door
time
to this
anymore?
discussion. No.
Yeah.
Let's
That
just
was
not.
like a
Oh,
that was a whole debacle.
That was horrible.
It's hilarious looking back, in my opinion, but
Oh yeah. I mean,
well, see, that's what happens when companies feel they can do whatever they want. They thought they were going to get away with it. They thought in their head, I'm going to make a huge killing off these books that have been sitting here for however, because I think the initial exclusive that was approved came out like a year and a half, 2 years prior to them doing that like fake reprint and saying it was a different cover. I mean, like,
Well, it was just weird because like the covers they came out with for that were like plastic.
yeah,
Like they weren't
yeah.
real. Like it was
Acetate.
weird.
And it was like a dust cover, but because it went over the book that you already had. So
brand new. No,
yeah,
it's not.
But they were selling them graded, and it was a whole big thing.
yeah, no,
9 9s, 10 O's. Boy, get
yeah.
Yo.
and that's why I don't like personally submitting like to CGC at all. I've done one. Like I did one at MegaCon because I got an Alan Qua book signed. The book was only limited to 100. It was my first ever submission. I was like, I don't care what I get, so just take it. You know, like I'll pay whatever fees you want. I just want my first ever submitted graded book. I don't care what the grade is, and you know, and get the verified signature and all that stuff. Great, cool. But it's clear that with certain companies, they, you know, say as long as you put enough in this hand, I will reward you with this one.
We'll give you good, right?
Exactly.
We'll give you whatever grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, there's
Exactly.
this other company out that I've seen. Not a sponsor, by the way, everyone's. I'm just plugging them because I think it's a cool freaking idea. Have you guys seen Crafty Comics?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, those look like such a good alternative to actually getting your comic. Like, if you're not actually getting it graded because you care about the grade and you just want it protected and to display it nice, go to Crafty Comics if you don't care about it actually getting graded. Because they've got these slabs that you put together yourself. They're like super like strong acrylic, super clean, clear, no Newton rings ever from what I've seen. And you can get like different colored backgrounds for them. You can keep it clear for like those wraparound covers. Like, and you can
Does it have
replace the
UV
book.
protection?
It does. They are all 99% UV protection.
Oh,
One of
wow.
my friends actually is starting Encased Comics is doing encasables, and it's a very similar idea. And his are UV. I think he said like 99.2 or some crap. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, and these are like
Again, not a
25 bucks pop.
spokesperson.
So like the amount of money you spend on this is the amount of money you spend in shipping alone, sending something to CGC.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
yeah. For one book, I had to spend $120 to get it graded because I didn't have my own account.
Oh.
See, that is insane.
I feel
That's
like
another
they're
thing that they
scamming
get you with
people
is
low-key,
making people
man.
pay for
That's a
these.
bit much.
You got to pay for a membership for these places, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
like
number one,
unless
you
you're
have to pay.
grading so many things every so often, it's really not worth paying the membership to get things
Right.
graded. It's
No,
way
exactly.
easier. You can go through your comic shop 9 times out of 10, and
I
they have
think-
somebody who knows how to grade things, and they can get it all set it up for you.
To me,
Yeah.
the way they take like the bigger chunk of your money is on the shipping fees on the way back, right? Because you ship
Right.
the book however you want to. You spend whatever you want because you're the one shipping and you'll handle that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the way back, something that people don't tell you, even collectors, is that CGC and these other companies will charge you for the shipping depending on how much you state your comic book is worth, right? If you say, hey, this book is only worth $20 and I want to get it graded, the shipping from CGC back to you is going to be $20. The more you state your comic book is worth, the more they're going to charge you for the handling for the shipping of the book back to you.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Yep.
So if your
That's
book,
wild.
if your
That's
book, you know for a fact, like the fair market value of your book right now is $1,000,
shiesty.
and you type this book
Yep.
is worth $1,000, they be like, oh, okay, since it's worth so much, we're gonna charge you $500.
$300, like
whatever.
something
I'm
crazy.
making numbers up here,
Right.
but like, you get what I'm saying, and that's
man.
And they either, I'm pretty sure they take that directly out of your money for the book, like right, like out of
Oh,
all your
sure.
fees, or do they charge you that on top of everything?
yeah, you have oh,
It
excuse me, you have
depends.
to pay for that before before you even send out your book. Like
Yeah.
all of that has to be paid.
That's
I'd
so
be
insane.
sending
And
in.
how do they
Amazing
just let
Fantasy
you
number
decide how much
15s
your
and
book
being
is
like, it's
worth?
$1.
That is weird.
Well,
to me.
It's
they
a
check
dollar.
it, you know, but like if you're doing the submission and you put the number, the shipping fee will come up based off of whatever you put in. Now, if you lie and say that it's a $20 book and they get it and they grade it, it's a $15,000 book, they gonna hit you with the charge and not send it to you until you pay it.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they would keep your junk hostage.
Yep.
That
Does
is
not shock me one bit.
nuts.
Does not shock me one bit.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Now,
you said this
I'm
book
gonna
was
try
worth,
something real quick.
This book was worth $5. It's actually a $50,000 book. You now owe us an additional $500. Have a good rest of your day.
They will
No,
send
we
you
will
an
not send you
email.
the book.
Yeah,
No,
they
no,
will
no,
send
no. We
an
will not
email
send you the
letting
book.
you know
No.
that they're gonna charge your card again
Yep.
before they send the book back to you.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a website. Okay.
Okay, there we go. So this is the Crafty Comics people that I was talking about.
Ooh.
So let's click on Flex Frames. Excuse my slow computer.
Oh, they're really nice.
So like, see, these things are like, they're just clear acrylic with screws.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not bad. That's nice.
Oh, dang.
Look how clean it is.
Mm.
And they're solid. I seen them do video where like they knock on them or like they hit them against like the desk. They're solid.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Sure,
they're like
sure.
way
That-
more
that- that's-
durable than
That's
a
all
CGC
movie
slab.
magic.
That's all movie.
It was
Witchcraft,
CGI,
I
bro.
say.
It was CGI.
Nah,
But
you
see,
don't even have to use
99%
CGI. If you know how to shoot, right?
True.
But they
You just
even
gotta
got
cut it.
some where you can put
Spots.
your they got cases for CGC slabs. So if you've already got it graded, you can still get one of their things
Yeah.
to display it on.
Yeah,
That's
even
cool.
more
And
performance.
like you can get the
Wow.
different colored backgrounds. They've got them for trading cards. So once again, these guys are not a sponsor or anything, but you know, we wouldn't argue with it. Just saying.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell.
That's insane, though. I've only ever sent one book to be graded, and it was through CBCS. That one book for, I think, grading, processing, and shipping for one book was $71.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah.
That's,
I said
that's,
I paid
That's
over
okay.
100. I
For-
paid over
for one
100 with
book?
the
mhm.
yeah. It was because of the verified signature because they
Okay, that
Yeah.
I didn't do.
verified signature and it was through the slab house where the signature was free, so you could have just walked up and got the signature and walked away. But if you wanted to grade it, you got to pay out the ass. And that's, I mean, like I said, it was my, I have my first ever book I'm submitting. Just take it. I don't care. Like,
What was the book, if you don't mind me asking?
it's a limited to 100 Alan Qua Good Boy Volume 2 number 1
Okay.
Chromium
Mm.
limited
Dang.
to 100.
I'll say this is, I got the one I sent in right here. It was right up.
I still haven't got it back.
The only book I've ever submitted.
What's that?
glare on
Oh,
the
is that
Oh,
Darth
Darth
Vader?
Oh, that's
Okay.
Darth Vader.
What's the rating on that? I
Darth
can't
Vader number 3, the first appearance of Dr. Afra.
Dr. Afra.
Oh,
Yeah.
What is that at?
N 000
9.8?
and BT1.
Nine-
That's a 9.8, yeah.
see. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh,
I've got a 9.2 of the third of the red one. I think that's the third or fourth
Ooh,
print.
I was
hold,
gonna say.
hold
so
on
it's
to
like-
that.
It's like
Hold on to
blue,
that.
red, green, and purple are the different like.
I have
printing.
all of them but the green one. I have the purple, the fourth print, the red.
purple
I
one
have
is
two number
insane.
ones, two of the first prints. Oh yeah, I'm a huge Dr. Afra fan, and I
like what I've
am
read of her
dying.
character.
I don't understand how she hasn't shown up yet.
She
Like
will.
they,
I know she will.
like
Dude, so let me tell you the
Her
story
fixed
about this
position
thing, 'cause I know
Obi-Wan.
you'll
Like, come on.
appreciate it. I know you'll appreciate it. I found this book unbagged, unboarded, laying on a desk in an antique mall on an upper floor that was uninsulated.
Oh goodness.
You're about to give him a heart attack.
And I bought it.
every bit of what you just said just hurt every bit of my nerdy soul. Unbagged,
And so
unboarded.
I asked
Right.
them, I saw it back there. I asked them, I'm like, how much is this? And they look at it, they're like, $100. I'm like, okay, deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would have taken. I take that bet.
That's what I'm
100
saying.
bucks. I would have been
looked at
like,
it,
Hey,
I'm
you
like,
take
dog,
that
there's
deal? I'll
there's
take that
way.
deal.
There's
I would have
no way
negotiated a little bit
unless-
more. I would have did my Obi-Wan Kenobi. Negotiate. I would have
This
been
is not the
like,
price you want.
You want to
I
give
wa-
me another 10%. Like,
I would've been like,
I wasn't even about to negotiate. Like I'm like, there's no way that
Hey,
this
what's
is
up,
less than a
Alan?
9.4. If it's not a
Yep.
9.6 or 9.8, like 9.4 was lowballing it. I don't even think I had to get this pressed.
Well, this is gonna really make you laugh then, because I got my 4th print along with a Fantastic Four number 19, first appearance of
Ooh.
Ramatut. These are all raw. The Ramatut's about a 7 to 8.0, as well as Wolverine 8, 9, 10, 11 from the original Wolverine run,
The second one.
and the first time him and Deadpool met for $350 total.
Damn.
Dude.
Wow.
Dang.
I was gonna say, I remember once I got me and Nerd just trying to go back and forth like
I was gonna say let's just see how
Right.
poor y'all can make us feel. Keep going.
Yeah.
There was one time. There was one time.
Hey, give me some popcorn.
I linked up with a local collector. He had been collecting for a while, didn't really care about value and stuff. And all these books were probably like 7.5s to 8.0s. But there were 14 books total in this lot. 10 of them were fillers. But the 4 that he gave me, again, ranging from like 7.0 to like 8.5, were ASM 252, Thor 337, ASM 316, and X-Men 141.
I don't know why when you said
for those
252, I
four
thought it was
books.
this one.
No, the 252s with the black suit
Oh, I got yeah.
that has the AF-15 cover homage. For those 4 books plus the 10 filler books, I paid $140.
Damn.
Jeez, that's not bad.
Wow.
See,
not bad at all.
I've only got one expensive book, and it was a gift. So like, I don't even really consider it a flex because I didn't pay for it. But it's the Amazing Spider-Man number 238, the first
First Hobgoblin.
appearance
Oh,
of
that's a
Hobgoblin.
solid book, though.
Hobgoblin. Yeah.
It's a 7.5 green label though, because it's missing the tattoos.
I remember.
Ah.
I rember when you first got it. Yeah.
Yeah, but those
Oh,
those
shoot.
non-licensed
Nerdween. I know
those
you're
non-licensed acetates got 10 O's.
you're a big Wolverine fan, right? So
That I
X-Men
am.
141, you probably like that book a good bit. Days of Future
It was-
Past.
Just a little bit. I mean, it is one of those like books that it's near and dear to my heart that I don't have, and you're making me jealous because I know you have it now.
Okay. Oh man.
Well,
So okay. There's one more thing I gotta add then, because this was the icing on the cake for this. I messaged a dude later, telling him like, I know I've already bought it, but I'm like, just a reassurance, like, hey, I've looked over all the books again. They look great. Appreciate it. Thanks again. He's like, yeah, open up that X-Men 141 real quick. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, I know it's kind of a mid-grade, maybe like a 5.560, but I think there's a signature on the first page. And so I open it, and at the bottom of the first page, I see in black ink, John Byrne.
Oh baby. So just for your own personal benefit, if you ever decide to send that in for grading, make sure you send it to CBCS, because what will happen if you send it to CGC, they
Give it
will
a
not
green label.
only not sell, they won't even give it the signature. It'll say damaged because there's writing on it.
oh wow.
They'll
The
give
hell?
you the purple/green label.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they'll give you, because the
Those
purple
big
is
jerks.
for unverified signature, and then green is for books that have been altered.
How
Yeah,
are
but-
they
but
still
the-
in
but
business?
the acetate's got
but that
9
book,
to
though,
10
honestly
O's,
wouldn't
right?
care, because John Byrne does not sign stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So I would never sell that. Like, John Byrne does not sell stuff, or does not sign stuff anymore.
Mm-mm.
Hardly.
It's crazy what some of these artists and writers are getting up. They're getting older, and there's like Alan Moore, like
Yeah.
his like signatures now are like I've had a couple people like, we waited in the line and it looked like he was like a robot, because like he literally just he was holding one hand, moving it back and forth to where the signatures were, like holding one hand and then signing it, and then like he's like, dude, he's getting up there. Like I'm like, I better freaking get like to see him once before
Yeah.
we lose him too. Like,
Dude, George
Yeah.
Perez really hit me with that, because now I'm determined that I've got to buy a ticket to a con in December that I wasn't already planning on going to, and I'm gonna meet JJ while I'm up there. because I have to meet Marv Wolfman.
Okay.
Yeah, Marv Wolfman is so far still scheduled to appear at GalaxyCon Columbus December 1st through the 3rd.
I need to meet Mark Wade. That's one.
I'm meeting him in
creator I
July.
wanna meet.
Him, Mike Grell, probably Steve Englehart, Mark Bagley meeting hopefully meeting.
See,
those guys in
I
July.
got one of mine recently. I got wow, I literally just forgot his name all of a sudden. Guy who wrote Wolverine. Wow, what is wrong with me?
Larry Hama,
No, Claremont. Wow.
Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I finally, you see, like my brain was just like, hey, oh wait.
Like, what's his name?
Frank Miller's another one. Frank
That was
Miller
ADHD
terrifies
at
me
its
every day
finest,
now.
ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
Frank Miller's. Yeah.
Yo, Frank Miller, he was on MegaCon and he was scheduled for like 1 hour on Friday and like 2 hours Saturday. That was it.
Yep. That's all he could do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Bro, he
then
getting up there, man.
yeah, that was it. And I don't think he did any panels, any photo
Nope.
ops.
No.
It
He
was
did a
just-
panel last year, but he did
Last
not
year,
do
but not
anything.
this
Like
year.
there was a whole like night like show with him and like 3 other people
Mm.
last year. But yeah, no, he was in, signed, ran away.
Yeah.
Like
You know what's
yeah.
crazy? Jim Shooter was also on MegaCon this year.
mhm, I
And
missed it.
surprisingly enough, every time I passed his booth, he had like maybe one person like talking to him, which is crazy because Jim Shooter was the editor-in-chief for Marvel for like, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like you will think more people would try to like get this guy to
See-
sign something or interview him about the business or whatever. Right?
You got to
Real quick.
realize,
Hello,
man.
Alan Dunford.
Hey, Alan. You got to
Hey,
realize though,
Alan.
there not many people care about the editor in chief.
That
You
is
know what I
true.
mean? Like they barely even know the writers and the artists. You know what I
True,
mean? Like it's sad. You know, I'm not trying to stick up for that or anything, but
Right.
like
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what it is. Like Jim Shooter, like, oh, who's that? The fuck?
Also,
Right.
Jim Shooter had a little bit of a bad reputation too, because I know him
Yeah.
and Chris Claremont, they didn't get along a lot.
Same
So
with John Byrne.
To be
same
fair,
thing with John
most-
Byrne.
Most
But-
of the writers and the artists did not like Jim Shooter as their boss
Yeah,
because he ran like a tight ship. He take no crap. It was his way or the highway. And because Marvel backed him up because they were successful,
yeah.
they had to put up with
Yeah.
him as their boss. But
I mean,
Yeah.
look at the stories that were coming out during that time. Like you had X-Men was at its hype. You know, we had
Mhm.
Dark Phoenix Saga and Days of Future Past and all of that. Roger Stern was on Spider-Man doing the Hobgoblin stuff. You know,
pretty much everything from like
like-
I think it was like from 75 to like 92.
Frank Miller's Daredevil.
Frank Miller,
like,
yeah.
he
Yeah,
was like there was a lot of big things that he was editor in chief of that were doing good. So I feel like
John Byrne was on Fantastic Four, and that was
Fantastic.
doing
Yep,
phenomenally.
yes.
Mhm.
Best since Lee and Kirby.
That's
See,
a
but like when you compare that, like okay, Jim Shooter, he was
That's not saying much though.
top chief for 15 years for Marvel.
Well,
and
being
then
the
you had-
best since Lee and
at
Kirby.
the end- at
On
the end of the
Fantastic
alley,
Four.
you had Joe Quesada. His
Title's
booth
phenomenal.
was like the line snicked around a couple of times for the guy that was like the editor and the writer for one of the worst Spider-Man stories ever, and he had like tons of people that wanted to
Spider-Man.
be in his his signature, whatever.
it's crazy.
Just because it's Spider-Man, everyone loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Guilty
Yeah.
as charged.
I
True,
mean,
but not.
I love
mean-
Spider-Man.
If y'all want
I-
to see the extent of this, like that's my mouse pad.
You mean
Oh,
that's Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the FF. Like as long as those 3 titles are solid, then I'm good. Which right now, 2 of them are solid.
I was gonna say if you
Eh,
say all 3
yeah.
are solid, I'm
No.
gonna slap
2
you.
of those titles are solid right now.
mm,
You know, speaking of, I think that's a good segue. Like the thing that they are doing to Spider-Man.
I don't want
and-
to talk about it.
and-
Miles has been good.
before we start,
Miles
has
has
been
been
good.
good.
Miles has been
sorry,
good.
JJ,
Because it's
I'm
Miles.
sorry.
He's amazing.
From the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry that Marvel is doing this to you. Okay,
It's not Marvel. It's Zeb Wells.
He's employed by Marvel.
You
Somebody's
cannot give
really-
Nick Lowe a pass.
somebody's giving it the green light. So, whoever is letting Seb Wells
Well,
do this
according
to
to
you,
our fellow crossover
Shame.
comics members, Cody Collects and Comic Book Stash, they spoke with Zeb Wells at C2E2, and he
Yeah.
said that Marvel told him after his next few issues, which was the last couple, to maybe avoid Comic Cons
Yep.
for a little while because they told him people were going to be upset.
Hmm.
And I've actually seen that from multiple people. Like there are reports like that aren't our friends that are reporting that like they're almost the exact quote. Like they are saying, "Do not go because you might not make it out." Like,
Yeah, because Seb Wells is wearing
Yeah.
that like a badge of honor. Like, oh, I'm writing such a crazy story that Marvel advised me not to be in public, bro. That's nothing to be proud of.
That is
That's
not.
nothing to be
Yeah.
proud
Like, bro, you're writing for Spider-Man and you
I don't know
can't
how
go
you
to
make
Comic
those
Cons.
connections,
Like,
but, I'm sorry,
just-
no.
Can we talk about the leak on here, like with a warning, or is it going to be? Because the issue hadn't even come out yet, but they've leaked it, and Marvel has gone along with it.
Yeah.
so real quick, we can slap up that spoilers ahead warning
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here. And now, I'm giving you and rambling on right now. I'm giving everybody ample time to go ahead and click away or do what you want to do if you do not want to be spoiled about this. But go ahead.
The fact that they not only built this up to be the most shocking issue of Amazing Spider-Man in 50 years, which 50 years being the death of Gwen Stacy,
Yeah.
but also the fact that it was Kamala Khan, and they did not even use her in the book hardly.
She was in the book. She was working at
Sparingly.
Oscorp, right?
He was in the back. Yeah,
Yeah, she was like in the background.
She was in the background. I don't understand how.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's Marvel. They overhype things all the time to get people to buy the book. Then everybody's disappointed, and then rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
You know what it is? All of this is just telling me we need a new gym shooter. Just saying.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Continuity
Just
was not that good before and has not been that good since.
Because
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yep.
no,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
like I don't know, man. The fact that I'm not even like reading Amazing Spider-Man is like
You know what's going on.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
I've been following it, but I'm not reading it either. Like
I completely dropped it. I can't. I think it was like two issues ago. I was like, "Yep, this is not for me. Nope. I'm not.
I'm
I'm not
been-
reading this."
literally
I've been
still buying it just
following
so
the
when it's
story
over,
via-
I have all the trades and all the single
Oh
issues.
man.
Hmm.
I've been following the story via JJ and 60-second comic facts.
You don't even need me for that one. Just watch 60-second comic facts because that man is more angry about this than I will ever be. Like,
I have never seen 60-second comic facts that mad.
he
Yeah.
took issue 3 and set it on fire
Oh my god.
on camera.
Oh,
I'm
Hey,
shocked.
what up,
I'm shocked. Two-turn Tony Stark hasn't been as angry. Y'all follow him?
oh,
I
I
don't
do.
think so.
I do.
I'm
You know
shocked
what's
he
crazy-
hasn't been
you know
as
what's crazy
that
about
angry.
the Spider-Man book? When they were announcing the crossover, the Dark Web crossover, where Kamala Khan was in that crossover. Okay, the first issue of Mary Jane and Black Cat, in the dialogue between Mary Jane and Black Cat, they are making fun of Peter, of what Peter has been going through on his book. I was like, even the other writers are making fun at what you're doing, Seth Wells. Like, maybe you should take the hint. I don't know.
You see how cool I am? The other writers have to talk about me in their books.
He can't.
Was
he
that
can't
wait?
hint,
Who
bro. Like,
wrote Mary Jane and Black Cat? Was that Jed McKay again?
I don't know, but
Jed McKay should write Spider-Man.
That's what I've been
I was saying. Now, here's what I will say: with all the negativity we're putting on Zeb Wells right now, we can't.
Have a decent Hellions run.
We can't. I was gonna say we cannot discredit the man as a writer in general. Every writer out there has got at least one bad run. Maybe this is just his.
Yeah. Listen, Dan Slott
nervously
is writing a really not a great Spider-Man book, right? Because it's another Spider-Web related book. It had like the whole shenanigans with Spider-Boy, and he's been able to write in the coattails of pretty much Zeb Wells getting all the heat. He's been getting away with what he's been doing in his Spider-Man book because nobody's paying attention to him.
Oh, he's loving it too because he's going crazy on Twitter. Oh man, Dan Slott going crazy on Twitter.
Oh, Dan Slott's always going crazy on Twitter.
I was like, wow. I was like, wow, okay.
Dan Slott's one of those guys. Like, the more hate you give him, the more he feeds off of it and grows stronger.
A couple of my
he's like a Sith, man.
Mutuals are blocked by him on Twitter.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, Dan Slott's Fantastic Four is pretty divisive to say the least.
Wow. I know exactly which mutuals you were talking about.
I would say we do have some mutuals with rather strong feelings against Dan Slott.
Oh,
what's going on, Romes?
Romes is not one of those mutuals. I don't know if I've ever seen Romes or heard Romes say a bad word about anybody. So
I don't think he has.
No, I'm not sure I have either.
Oh.
I have.
One thing.
I have.
Years like, I'm not letting him get away with this. No. Y'all are putting him over too hard.
He's like, nah.
No.
This man Cody Rhodes over here.
So
over as all hell.
You guys know the Comic Concierge, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love the guy. I love this content. He made a video one time calling out creators that do certain thing, right? I'm not gonna. If Rome says it's okay, I'll say the whole thing. But like, Comic Concierge made a video like calling out people for doing certain things, right? And Rome felt like he was talking about him, not directly, but he was like, "Oh, I do that," and then he went in his comment section was like, "Hey, I know I do this that you're calling out, but this is the reasons why X, Y, and Z." And Comic Concierge kind of like brush off his reasoning as an excuse. And Rose felt some type of way about that. So I'm not gonna tell you what he said, but Rose.
I was gonna say we
already dropped the F-bomb twice. We can't do it.
End well, but
hold on. Let me keep stirring this pot real quick for y'all.
No.
Hillbilly's like, bro, I'm going for it. Where's the controversy at? I'm headed
right.
I mean, let's be real. When it comes to like social media and everything, you're not gonna make everyone happy.
Impossible.
What you do.
No.
I actually go out of my way to make people unhappy at this point.
I've just gotten into
if you're satisfied with my content, actually go somewhere.
If
man.
you leave a negative comment on one of my videos and you have a valid criticism, I won't block you. If you're just commenting negatively to be a dick,
right,
I ain't got time for you.
Well, so hold on.
I'm
if
very
they have
liberal
a valid
with
reason,
my ban button.
JJ,
if they have a valid reason, I don't think
it's going to
think it can be negative
comments on all of your videos, but they'll have nothing to do with the video.
But they'll be accurate points.
Yeah, like
it's
what I'm
listen,
saying
is bleeding and we're all gonna die.
What I'm saying is like there's a
fettuccine
difference
Alfredo
between like
video.
disagreeing with what I'm saying and giving your reasoning behind it in a comment
versus like
which I guess most people would consider somebody disagreeing with you in the comments a negative comment. And then there's the other side of that, which is you're not a real fan. You shouldn't even be fucking on here. Blah, blah, blah.
But what about the
blah,
Linguini though?
That's 3.
I didn't hear you talk about Linguini once.
It's not once. Why do you even have an account?
I'm not gonna speak for anybody else, but me myself, I don't get those type of comments or animosity on my comment section or anything like that. Every now and then, I do get somebody to correct me on something that I said,
That's
and that is
great.
very welcome, right? Because I want stuff to be accurate, so that's cool. The only time I actually got like hate comments was on a video I made, like comparing in a funny way Spider-Man versus Spider-Woman, right? And it was total satire, but like the Spider-Man fans came at me like directly.
Oh,
And I didn't take it personal because I knew they were hurting, because I kind of like, kicked them while they were down. So that's on me. So I was like, I'm sorry. I
Poor
shouldn't have
timing
done this
type of
video.
thing.
Let's be friends.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, have
should
y'all
see
ever seen my comment section?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Like,
god.
my comment section is
Long
mine.
box.
I know.
Okay?
And Long
I don't
Box,
know
Y'all
how
see the
you-
stuff I gotta deal with?
I don't know how
Jeff
you
Bronx,
deal with your
copycat.
crap, bro. Longbox will catch a ban on TikTok live
Bro,
when he wasn't even on camera or had his mic turned on.
Same.
bro,
Same.
It's happened a year
tell you,
too.
look,
I don't know what it is,
the
man.
craziest
I
thing
got kicked off one time
happened.
too.
Yeah, but
this
to
is
them,
what,
they're
this
just
is
like
why
he
I
must
was
have
like,
done something at some point. We just didn't catch him for it. So just go ahead and ban him.
Look at him.
this
he's
was
a-
the kicker when I was like, I need to take a break from TikTok. This is when the whole Jonathan Majors controversy came up,
Mm.
right?
Right.
And I made a video and I was basically like, look, we shouldn't jump to conclusions on things. We don't know all this situation, especially seeing my own people,
Yep.
you know. There's always a saying, they say not all skin folk kinfolk. But
Yes.
I realized that because I was like, the fact I'm seeing my own people damn this man and not even know,
The whole story.
the whole story. And I'm like, what happens when,
I'll say the story. All it was,
you
all
listen
it
to
said at
something, you
first
don't
was
have-
Jonathan Majors arrested on allegations.
on allegations. And then
That
I'm
means
like,
nothing. You know how
Oh, no,
easy
he
it is
gets
to
it.
get
I'm
arrested
like-
on allegations for something. Like,
nah, but here it is. This is when the plot thickens, okay? Because I put up a picture of Emmett Till, and I'm saying this is what can happen when you ain't got the full story straight. What happened to Emmett Till, right?
Oh,
And
I
I'm
know
not gonna
exactly
go
what
into
video
all
you're
Yeah.
talking
now
about.
obviously
Right?
you're
I
think
using
I
that
remember
as
that.
like
I
an
know, yeah.
extreme example, but
Then, just as I knew it, because it be these folks that think they know. It be these folks that think they're like social warriors or some shit, and I bet they didn't even know who Emmett Till was. Could tell me why I had these palm-colored individuals coming in my comments talking crazy. Okay, okay. I was like, okay, all right. Little Becky, whatever her name was, I don't give a fuck. You come into my comment section again with that BS. It's over with.
I'm counting F-bombs, by the way. Have you saw what 3?
Basically saying like, oh, like, what did she say? Actually, I took a screenshot of that junk.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
like,
You gonna bring up
Uh-oh.
the receipt.
yeah,
Oh, pull out the receipts.
I
I get
Pull
similar
out the
like horrible comments like when it comes to like when I post stuff about how Moon Knight needs to have better Jewish representation or how Wolverine should be short for the sake of all short men everywhere. Like he doesn't need to be short. Oh, what does his
Oh,
religion
goodness.
have to do with anything? It's integral to their characters. I don't know. I don't know what comics you guys are reading, but
Y'all
Moon
opening a
Knight's,
whole...
Moon Knight's Jewish and Wolverine's short. That's like always.
So this
That's-
person
that's-
said,
that's
listen to what this person said. This person said,
Oh,
if you want that nasty abuser inside of you, just say that.
What?
hold on, you got that on screen?
Actually, let me pull this up.
Hold on, I got you
Oh,
blown up. Let's
no.
see.
Here it is, right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got my freaking camera twisted, but it's like right here. I don't know if it's showing
Hopefully somebody can,
Ah,
actually read
it
that.
ain't showing up.
Kind of blurry, but
It ain't showing up.
focusing.
It ain't focusing at all. Focus.
But we got the receipts,
Bro,
Becky.
Anyway, we got the receipt. We got the receipt.
Somebody actually.
Now, why would somebody say that? Why would somebody say something like that? They trying to feel all high and mighty like, oh, when you literally just say you want this man to rape me. I said, word me. You know what I'm saying? You literally,
That was
like, what the hell?
Oh my gosh.
that right there was the worst case of personal censorship I have ever seen.
That was
in
bad.
my
That was
entire
wicked.
life.
Can we soundbite that?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
you
trust
will.
me, I'm clipping that off later.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
What was that? Right around the
Oh, goodness.
45-minute mark.
I'm
Right
crying.
before.
I'm laughing so hard.
JJ, hold on.
But JJ, what you gotta do is you have to clip it right before we start laughing, and then don't give any explanation as to why the entire cast was laughing.
This is why we don't do live. This is why we don't do live.
This is why we need to do more of these live. What are you
Anyway.
talking
No,
about?
this is why half of us get banned on TikTok lives every week.
And then hear this. I did a video responding to that, and I get the community guideline violation.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. At least
Make
I
that
don't
make
have
sense.
I
When-
don't
when-
have a
when
live yet. Ugh.
When I got my TikTok live ban, it was because I was telling a story about a situation that happened to me in college with unsensitivity towards the Holocaust. You guys get what I was saying?
Mhm.
See, that's how you self-censor, sir. Just for the record.
Look, man.
That was in
At least I tried.
You
Speech.
didn't try. You just failed horribly. That's all.
failed horribly. Look, it's a long day. I got triggered. Okay, I got triggered.
Mhm.
Okay,
When
It was a
you
hard
edit it, you
time.
have to put the little triggered thing right above his head. Triggered.
Oh, don't, dude. Now I got to make graphics.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
welcome.
But anyway, like literally, like people, it's just crazy on social media. Like the fact that people they want to put off that like they're a good person and they feel like they're doing something right by what they're saying,
right.
but then they say something that contradicts what they're trying to do. Man,
you know what's the crazy part about the whole situation? People go on social media and they try to talk something into existence, right?
Mhm.
Specifically like Jonathan Majors. Like I remember your video because the first person that shows up when you stitch the video, that lady, she had videos like celebrating that this came out, right? Because
Mhm.
in her mind, she thought, Jonathan Majors was this way long before all of this came out, right? So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so you are over here now after you said all that and you stepped on it. Now you're wishing for it to be true so you can be proven right. And at the same time, you're wishing for a victim have gone through this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And that's not how they
Yeah.
see it.
Right.
That's
you
not how they
praying,
see it. All
you
they see-
praying
all-
on a
all-
brother's downfall. You
all they
praying
care
on a
about- all
brother's
they care about is that
downfall,
they're
and you
proven
black.
right. All they care about is that they're proven right.
Makes me
and
mad.
that what they said or what they assumed was the correct thing.
Right.
That's why I
Even
said
though-
when it all
even
happened,
though
I
they're
was like,
wishing for this-
before we all jump down this dude's throat, let's wait and see what comes out and what's real and what's not.
But the
Because a lot of
question
people
is,
say a lot of things.
but the question is, what is Marvel? I'm waiting for a response from Marvel. Like this dude has a whole movie around him. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, what we doing? What we
I
If-
don't
if
think
I
that
would- if I
movie's
had to
coming
put-
anymore.
If
I
I had
don't
to
think
put
so.
money on it, I would say it gets delayed.
Yeah,
So
probably.
I've been
If
hearing
Ezra,
rumblings.
Ezra- probably
if
getting
Ezra
pushed back
gets
because
to
of the
keep
writer's
his
strike.
role as the
Ezra
Flash,
gets to keep- Don't get
Hey,
me
if the
started.
Flash
and
make
they get
a
rid
lot
of
of money,
Jonathan Majors, I will riot.
I will
So-
He'll just go to Warner Brothers then.
right?
That's
You know,
job
the-
security right there.
go
They
to
don't
Warner
seem
Brothers.
to care what you do over there.
John Stewart, just saying, John Stewart.
So, good gracious. Like, don't get me
Yo,
started.
bro,
Hey,
I'm not mad at that casting.
then-
honestly.
I'm not
at
either.
the end of the day, like a lot of people in Hollywood, they do some messed up stuff, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
You
people
I don't know why
forgot.
I said that with so much sass. I'm
You
sorry.
can't have that much money and still be a normal person.
You
There's
can't.
no freaking way.
That's not necessarily true.
I
Majority, I will give you majority, but I actually do know some
I
people
will
that
say
are
majority.
so filthy rich that they once tried to buy the club we were in with their black card. Like so, and it was because we were getting kicked out because we
Were you hanging out with Bruce Wayne?
I was just about to say.
I didn't say the bat card. I said the black card. No, I had a very rich ex-girlfriend who had daddy's black card, and we were like literally not doing anything, and we were getting kicked out because someone was jealous that we had the table. And it was like, you know what? How about I just buy the whole club? And I'm like,
Oh,
What?
okay.
I didn't know she
I
had it like
looked at her
that.
like, you got it like that? Shit.
That's
Dude.
exactly what I did. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, that's a Bruce Wayne thing. Y'all remember in Batman Begins? Old dude came in, was like, "Sir, your friends, they can't go in the fountain."
Yeah.
He
And he
should
was
be.
like, "Oh, okay.
I just
Well,
bought it.
I just bought this hotel." So
Look at the Gotham series.
I was gonna say Gotham.
Yeah.
with the
Yes,
That was the
nightclub.
That
prime
was actually
example. They
very
walk
good.
in,
Oh, yeah.
the bouncer wouldn't let him in. Bruce walks over, buys the place, lets everybody in except for the dickhead that was being mean to him.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I couldn't
How you
finish
do
that
that.
show, but that
it
was a
in
great
Was
scene.
it in BVS or Justice League? That's like my favorite Bruce and Clark, like the only good Bruce and Clark moment. in
It
the
was
DCU.
no, it was Justice League.
Justice League when
It was
they're
the end of
saying-
Justice
when
League.
they're
'Cause
saying they
he goes,
can't
"How'd you get it
they
back
can't
from the
fall
bank?"
that
He
low.
goes, "I bought the bank." Like, what,
He's a
what do you
butt
mean? Like,
Yeah.
like that is the most Bruce Wayne thing, and I wish they would have done that more throughout like every rendition, because that
Yes.
as Bruce Wayne, one of the things like, and I always talk about Batman, like when Batman's his true face and Bruce is his mask. So what he does, he over exaggerates what a billionaire would do,
Mhm.
just to make it that much larger than life, so that people go focus on that and don't think he can't be Batman. The guy just bought a hotel because his friends wanted to dip in the sink. Like, what's going on here? Like,
Mhm.
Well,
that guy's
that
beating
just-
people
that
up at
just
night. Like,
proves- that just proves that what he said to Flash in Justice League was true. When Flash is like, "So what's your superpower?" He just said, "I'm rich."
I'm rich.
Rich.
Yep.
But to be fair, it's also his intelligence and his unrelenting OCD. I mean, need to perfect his body.
OCD.
Man.
That's what it is. I'm sorry, guys. Like,
Okay.
I read up
No, like,
Batman.
seriously, like speaking as somebody with OCD, like yeah, it's 100% OCD.
Oh yeah.
I have to
Like-
master every writing style. I have to be the top fin. Nothing but perfection is
I
acceptable.
have to know everything about
No,
my
I keep
colleagues,
mine under
their
wraps
strengths,
very
their
well,
weaknesses.
considering.
I don't anymore. I wear it like a badge of honor now. Did you just put that in that position? You know it goes 2 inches over there. Nope, move it. Thank
Straight
you.
up like freaking what's her name from Friends, Monica. How she freak out every time
Yep.
somebody move a piece of
Oh
furniture.
no, the shoes can be there. The shoes can be there. They don't have to be by the door.
All
She
you
was my
nails are
favorite
already
character in
bitten off.
Guys
You know, I
remember
actually
when we
used
did
to bite
a
my
comic
nails,
book
but I don't
podcast
anymore.
before it just became like a roast session.
Do
What?
what now?
So
Say
you guys
that again?
remember when this was a comic book podcast before this just became like a roast session, or like Aaron dirty laundry?
Yeah, I know.
We talked
I don't
about
have my Booker T moment for any wrestlers fans out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about when
Yeah,
Booker T
yeah.
actually
Sucker.
accidentally said something he wasn't supposed to say on live
No.
TV.
The funny thing is, like,
he said-
goes like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that
his
one will get us.
reaction is one
that
of my
will get
greatest
us
thing.
taken down.
Wait, he
Booker T was
said
like-
that to Hulk Hogan, man. The one
says
of
it,
the
he
whitest
says
whites.
On national television,
Oh, that's
live.
like it wasn't just to like a couple viewers on YouTube. You know that was
Nope.
live, not live national.
And that
TV.
was when this was beating WWF at the time.
yeah.
Like when they had millions and millions of viewers around the world.
It was crazy.
Man.
Oh,
Good
man.
times.
So
time.
before we get out of here, are there any books coming out this week you guys are super excited for?
Let me double check.
The new Spider-Man.
No, my God.
Kidding.
no.
I'm kidding. No.
He starts
Oh,
ducking
no.
behind his microphone.
Oh no.
What's
Yeah,
even coming out this week?
Action Comics. I'm reading that.
I was gonna say
yes.
you ask
Okay.
and you shall receive. Give me just a moment
The,
here, and we
Justice
can look
Society
at
Isn't
see
Commander
what's
the first
coming
appearance of
out.
Trinity coming out
I'm
too,
reading
right?
that.
Oh, there's that new Daredevil and Echo series that starts next week.
Oh,
So
did y'all
let's
hear the
see,
rumor that
we've
Echo is so bad?
Here's everything from Marvel. So we've got Thor,
City
we've got
Boy.
Star Wars coming, Daredevil and Echo #1, Storm
I'm excited
#1,
for the Spider-Man 2099 omnibus.
Hallows Eve 3. That's actually
Ooh,
been a pretty
yes.
Oh, there's
decent series.
Spider-Man 2099 Omnibus.
Yeah.
I want that.
It's dropping next week.
Okay.
Warlock Rebirth #2.
I'm reading that Spider-Man 2099 because there is a Spider-Woman.
We'll say in Green Arrow coming out next week too.
Let's
Yeah,
check
I think
DC. We've
so.
got Green Arrow #2.
Nightwing, Green Arrow.
Nightwing, baby.
I'm reading way too much DC right now because I see like
Me
Nightwing,
too.
you know,
2, 3,
Long Box. We
4,
Hey.
talked about that before.
JSA by Jeff
Is that
Johns.
JSA finally coming back?
Oh, Jessica.
Finally.
And JSA
Damn.
#4.
Mhm.
Doom Patrol.
Hey, I got my girl on the cover too. I love
Oh,
Power Girl,
girl.
man.
Then we've got
reading
Dead
that.
Body Detectives #6.
Man, it's a
Or
light
Dead
week
Boy
for
Detectives,
DC.
I'm sorry. Let's see what's coming out from Image. We've got more King Spawn, Vanish, #7's finally coming back.
Radiant Pink, baby.
Ooh,
Radiant Pink's
Supermassive.
been
Radiant
really
Pink, I heard
good.
of it.
Supermassive.
That's
There we
the
go.
that's the new Supermassive leading into Catalyst War.
That's the event, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
going to be
huge-
their first big
Everything's
like.
crossing over.
Yep, everything from the Radiant Black universe is going to be in that. run.
That series, I've been talking about that since the first issue, man. That thing is just gorgeous. Like
it really
and I mean,
is.
like not just visually, just like the whole story. Like I don't know how many people have read too far in, but like the twist at the very first, like I think it was like the 5th issue,
Yeah.
where like everything switched. I'm like, yo, what is this is the greatest book ever. Like it's like a modern
It was
Power
dope.
Rangers for us. Like that's really what it is. Like
What's
Is it
what's
also,
IDW coming out with this week? I know they're struggling, but they got some-
IDW's got TMNT and Usagi Yojimbo, and then they've
That's
got
gonna be a
Dungeons
big
and
one for them.
Dragons and Dead Seas.
they're milking TMNT
Ooh.
right now.
Do they
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
the
They have
no
collected
choice.
editions?
I know.
They're struggling. I mean,
Let
this
me
like
see. I think we can. Yeah, we can do hardcovers, trade paperbacks, variants.
it
and
really hurts my
reprints.
soul that some of these smaller indie companies are going under, and then there's companies like the Whatnot Publishing that just seems to have like nothing but horrible books that are still just getting mass produced. But
Now
like
there's one coming out
Ugh.
from Whatnot Publishing. I'm actually excited for, but that's not out until July, I think it is. And that's Crashdown
Oh yeah.
from
Okay.
Comic Tom 101.
I gotta read
Mm.
more indie comics. I can't get it.
that's like all I read now.
Yeah, I need.
The
I got
best-
so tired of the
best way I
repetitive,
tell
like,
people to get
stuff,
into indie
just-
comics is start with what kind of movies you like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
If you like horror movies, go with horror comics. If you like romance movies, go with romance comics. Like there's all kinds of
All
crap
kinds
you
of
can go
comics.
get into
Okay.
indies.
Yeah, see, because comic books as one of the most malleable forms of entertainment imaginable, it can tell literally any story. It just depends on who's writing it or who's drawing it. And
Right.
it like in indies are. I say this all the time. Marvel, DC, they're fun and enjoy them. But if you're talking
Indies
about
is where
the
everybody
best,
gets to play with stuff, though.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because you can
Oh, yeah.
create at
And
an
the
indie
stakes
where
are
you-
high. The stakes are
Yeah,
actually high.
yes. I talk about this all the time. Where if you have 2 bad issues of an indie book, there will not be a third. How many issues of the Spider-Man Runaway on now?
26.
26.
26.
My
Mm.
point exactly.
Yep.
If that was
that-
indie,
that
it would have
brings-
the third one would have been dead. Like that. Nope, we're not publishing issue
Oh, yeah.
4. I know you left on a cliffhanger, but no, it's done. Have a good day.
I know.
That
you know,
brings up-
four
that
plots,
brings up,
going
brings
wrap
up
it
an
up
interesting
into
question.
one, and the next issue and chop it
Yeah.
up. It's
Yeah,
all
when
Almost like The Walking
characters-
Dead.
When
That
characters
almost
die,
happened.
they die.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
in most cases.
In most, yeah.
cases with indie books, once a character dies off, they're gone.
They're gone.
Mm. Okay.
They're never coming
Unless
back. Like,
unless it's one of those like magical story. You know what I mean? Like that's why you
if
said
there's
there's some of
magic or
them
time
are
travel involved, there's
Yeah.
always a chance that character's going to come back. But if
Alternate
there's no time
reality.
travel and no
Yeah.
magic involved, then somebody gets killed in battle, they're done. Like
They're done.
Yeah, there won't be a retelling of that character's story from 34 different artists and writers over the next 40 years.
Oh wow.
That character is just, it had its
the one that
run.
died in issue
Game
2.
over.
And
Right.
unless you're Spawn.
A
Unless you're
flashback.
Spawn.
Could have a flashback technically, but I would still say they're unalived. But the flashback is kind of time. You can argue that's in entertainment sense, it's time travel. Like when we're reading or
Right.
watching a movie, like any flashback or anything, that's technically bringing you back to an older time. So you can argue that.
True.
That brings
Semantics.
Right.
That brings up a question I have. What's everybody reading right now? Like
World Tree.
World
all
Tree?
the Superman
I still need to
comics
get a hold of
that
World
Reading
Tree.
it.
I'm reading
What'd you say, Longbox?
I'm reading Flash by Jeff
The Free
Johns.
Superman,
Okay.
I'm pretty
Reading
far.
Superman.
Actually pretty far.
Demon Wars. Yep.
Demon Wars has
that.
been
I'm
excellent.
almost
Peach Momoko kills it every time she has a chance to write something.
Oh,
Is
Annihilation.
that an Omni with Longbox?
Yeah. This is what
Okay.
I've been reading.
There you
Flash.
go.
I'm almost
That's a
done
good-
with
that's
it.
a good run.
Trying to finish my Superman Omni. Trying.
But like indie stuff, I've been getting sent so much stuff digitally lately that it's like hard to keep up.
But yeah,
You know what's
I'm
crazy?
loving this so much right now that I
Is that Annihilation?
actually tracked this down. This is out of print, but I tracked this down last week.
Conquest, yep.
Okay.
That's when. So if anyone loves Guardians of the Galaxy, especially the movie Guardians, like the movies, that version of the Guardians, they first show up in Annihilation Conquest. So
That's also a very underrated storyline that people don't talk enough about.
Oh yeah,
I think I'm biased because I like most of the characters that was Ryder, right, as Nova.
yeah.
yeah,
I'm trying. It's been a while. I can't remember. I'm like, which one was it again? As we were talking, if they die, they come back. Which one? I don't know.
yeah.
And see, that's the thing. I started reading Annihilation for the Guardians, but man, I bought this today. Second appearance of Nova.
Nova.
I am all up on Nova right now, man.
Oh, dude,
and
one of
then-
my
loving
prize
Nova.
collections. I got a Nova number 190 that I got for $20.
Oh man,
Graded CGC, $20 on one of my boys' Whatnot streams. Like it was his last. That was literally the last book he ever sold on Whatnot. He was like, "All right, that's it, Nerd Tween. I love you. You can have it because I know you were cool. If that was anyone else, I would have canceled it. I'm done." And literally didn't even end the show. Walked out the room, and his wife came in and was like, "Sorry," and turned it off.
Oh my god.
That's funny. That's
Dude was
hilarious.
like, he rage quit Whatnot because I got
I'm guilty of
I know
that
slab.
I rage quit.
I mean,
Whatnot.
a Nova number 190 graded, for
That's bad.
anything under $100 is absolutely
Boy,
insane.
Nova.
oh yeah.
That's bad.
Nova is lit. I would say also with Annihilation, it leads right into War of the Kings as well. So if you get those omnis, you can like read
The
straight through.
prelude and the aftermath are super out of print right now, so that's kind of. But I might get War Kings.
So I'm waiting on the prelude and aftermath to get reprinted. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get reprinted.
I think they'll get announced maybe
I
later
feel
this year.
good, but yeah,
No. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
especially with Guardians of the Galaxy going crazy. Even though JJ hasn't watched the movie yet, shame
What?
him.
Oh
Bro.
my
Shame,
God.
shame him.
Why?
It's okay.
Me. Y'all know how
Listen.
busy I am.
How do you get on
I'll
TikTok?
fix it. I'll fix it.
Outrageous.
JJ, everyone dies.
Everyone.
The movie ends with everyone, including the High Evolutionary, on one planet. And they all just die. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
It just blows up with them on it. You're welcome. You don't have to see the movie.
I'll say you just
see-
saved me
see
50 bucks,
Cosmo
bro.
kind of floating through space.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Cosmo-
no
probably will end
spoilers.
up going to see it on like Tuesday because it's $5 movie day.
No
So-
spoilers at all. But all I want to say, you mentioned Cosmo. All I have to say is, my favorite part of the entire movie was Cosmo. I love the movie. It was great, but that whole thing, the whole. I don't want to say too much to give too much to JJ, but that whole everything about Cosmo, I'm in. I want a Cosmo the dog series now by herself. Excuse me,
What?
herself.
Oh,
I was gonna
I
say, okay. I
want it.
was with you until you said by herself. No, I need a Kraglin.
Well, I mean,
and
of
Cosmo
course
team-up
of
movie.
course everyone else will be there, but I mean, I want it to
No,
be
just Kraglin.
Cosmo's
about
show.
Cosmo.
I need to see Howard the Duck again.
Howard the
Yes.
Duck.
That's all.
Bro, the original
Actually, no.
Howard the Duck
Here's
movie
what
is so
here's
bad.
what I need now. Just some speculation going forward. It is mandatory in some way, shape, or form. I need when they introduce Nova, they can bypass Richard Rider for all I care in the movies. I need a Sam Alexander and Rocket team up.
Ah,
Mm.
yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd like
That'd
that.
be cool. That'd be cool.
Damn.
I think we're gonna get Sam Alexander. I think that's the Nova.
I think we're gonna get both.
Think so.
I just
What's
don't
gonna
know.
happen is I got a feeling that the initial movie, TV show, whatever they do, it'll be Richard, but by the end he dies, and Sam picks up and it will be then moving on. That will be around the same time they introduce Miles.
Okay. Yep.
I need Miles Morales now. I'm wearing the. Oh, goodness.
He's
I'm
coming.
wearing the. Yeah.
He's coming.
He'll be
We
there.
need Miles. We're gonna get Miles. I know.
And we're getting
I know
Miles
we need
again in
Miles.
June.
Yes.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Into the
I
third
actually have an
Spider-Man.
early
across
premiere to
but I
that.
can't into, but across, yeah. I can't
I'm
wait.
seeing that. I'm seeing that on premiere night. I do not care.
Oh, nice.
I'm seeing that on Thursday
Same.
night.
I can't sit
Same.
on the actual day.
I've got a red carpet premiere that night. I'm not joking.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Where was my invite, Nerd Come on now.
Listen, if my mother wasn't the one who got me the tickets, and it was up to me, I probably would have been like, "Who wants to go?" and make it a whole big thing and go viral because someone's offering a ticket to an early screening. Like, but
It needs
yeah,
to
no,
be,
it,
plus 60 or however many we got in the Discord.
Right.
no, we'll just take it over, man. We'll do some,
Rent out
some,
the entire theater.
Like
Oh, man.
if you come with too big of a
gonna be
crowd,
awesome.
they can't hold you back, right? I mean,
It can't. I mean, it would be hard to get out without being escorted out by the police. But yes, getting in is not the problem. It's getting out without handcuffs. That's the problem.
when there's a
they
will,
like
there's a
all the
way.
ladder.
But
Just clear the ladder.
anyway,
They'll
Listen,
let you
I'm
in.
little. Y'all will get caught. They won't even see me. So y'all.
I've been told on multiple occasions I've been called a ghost because I've been places when things have gone down and then I've just bolted.
You can't do that. When I literally just took a drink when you said that and
Yeah,
almost
I'm
died.
telling you.
Literally, I
Ladder,
had somebody come up to me later and they were like, "Dude, I turned around and you were gone."
like, yeah, shit went down, bro. I'm out of there.
You
Right.
didn't see
Like,
that
I
Hillbilly
told
is
him
like,
that.
I am
I'm
not.
lost.
Like, we're
Hillbilly
comic
is
book
not
nerds.
gonna
We're
F
not
around and
fighters,
find
bro.
out.
Like,
No.
Some of us
He
are.
is not.
It's not.
I mean, I will
got
if
my-
I
got
have
my
to, but
flight
that's
or
not the
flight
goal here.
instinct.
Oh man,
Wrong.
Rose.
Bunch of goats.
Bunch of goats.
See, this is why y'all
Yeah.
can't let me do live. This is why y'all can't let me do live shows.
Obviously, you can't let me do. Dude, you know what's great? This is the
Can't
first
take
time
me
I
anywhere.
ever like messed up. It would be our first live one, and I like messed up, man. Like that
Okay,
is
you,
so
you were
crazy.
even live
To-
on the
To
comic
be
press
fair,
and
you
nothing
kind of
happened.
rusty. You've been
Nothing
out of the
happened.
game for a little while.
I've been rusty, man. I gotta get back. I gotta get back to
You gotta put that
censoring
filter back on,
myself.
bro. You
I
gotta
gotta
put
get
that
the
filter
filter
back
back
on, man.
Hey, just to say, look. I've been hanging out with years people too much for the last 2 weeks.
Whoa!
I was with Year, and I hope people know what that means. I mean
Yeah.
that is in terms of profession. In terms
Hold
of
on, hold on.
profession,
You better
turn-
clarify. We all gotta get
About
this.
soldiers.
okay. Okay. I'm in the
Lane
Air
said he would've
Force.
got
I'm in
his
the
ass
Air
off for
Force.
us. No.
Years in the Army. I was on an Army base the last
I
2 weeks.
I get it. I
I-
get it.
that-
I get it.
Oh Lord. Oh
No,
man.
no,
Well, you know, I
Remember
think
when
that
we
is
were
a
saying
perfect
when we first
opportunity.
started?
That's
You guys,
that's the That's the drop the mic.
That's
Game
the
over.
drop the mic moment right
Oh
there.
my god.
If you guys would like to follow Year the Collector down there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you can follow him at that address at the bottom of the screen right there. We're going to go ahead and pop up Nerdtweens as well. You can follow him and Nerdtween at his link tree right there. Jan's Comic Space on TikTok is... I'm pretty sure you're on Instagram and everywhere else as well, correct?
Yep.
And then we've got Hillbilly Comics. You all know he's on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all over the place. We've got my co-host, as always, Longbox Entertainment.
I'm gonna get canceled.
You can find We'll see what happens.
Hey,
My
if you
name
need
is
new co-host,
JJ.
let
You
me
can
know.
follow me there at the link down at the bottom of your screen right there. Make sure you check out the other shows on the Crossover Comics YouTube channel here at where'd it go? Here we go. There we go. Fancy QR code right there. Follow the
Yay.
entire Crossover Comics crew on YouTube.
If
And
we
with
make
that,
it
guys,
past this.
I think we're gonna go ahead.
Everybody, good thing we got the Discord.
Yeah, no, like this might be the last episode of Crossover Comics podcast.
Or at least the last one with me, man.
But thank you everybody
God.
for joining us. Rome's, you're just gonna have to watch it back because it is far too much to explain here at the end. But everybody, be safe, be
Ron came
kind,
back
and
when we was
take
all
it
too
easy.
far gone.
Bye.